Blessings. Oh, I'm trying to find myself over here on my computer. So give me just a second. Welcome in. When you come in, please say hello so that I know you're here. All right. Anyway, you guys, today we're going to do a super cute little cross that I picked up at the Goodwill. We're going to do a flip on this and make this so much prettier than what it already is. We got it at the Goodwill. This could be, if you have, of course, you're not going to be able to find the same cross, but if you were to be able to find the same cross, or if you're not able to find the same cross, you could take this, or take two small, you could use craft sticks, or you could use scrap pieces of wood, and you could make yourself a little cross. And then you could find a base and just glue it to the base. So that's something you guys could do with that if you wanted to. I'm trying to find your comments here, y'all. Okay, let's see here. I forget how to do the chat, y'all. That's so sad, isn't it? Oh, there it is. Hi, Sue. Hello, Kaylee. How are you? Hello, Miss Christine. Hello, Lori. Welcome in, guys. I'm glad you're all here. Y'all, I was sitting around here. I normally don't go live on Mondays, but I was sitting around here and I thought, what the heck? So here I am, y'all. Hope you guys enjoy this. But this is going to not be a really long one. Hi, Hope. Hello, Miss Kay. We are going to just fix this cross. I'm going to do the base first. I've got 2 scrap pieces of wood you bend, you guys. 2 scrap pieces of wood you bend. You could use ribbon. You can use anything that might be something you would want to put on your base. But I'm using this here today. Hi, Susan DeHart. Hi, Linda Sayers. You guys would do me the favor, hit those hearts, do all the things. That way, maybe we can get some stuff going on in here. Hello, Miss Hope. Now, I see when you said hi, Susan. Hi, Tracy Williams. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Like I said, you guys can use ribbon on the bottom of this. It looks just as pretty. I'm just using this because I had the scrap pieces and I'm going to give it a little texture. I'm using the King James Version, but you can use your NIV if you want. I used to use a NIV all the time, and then I went to King James. But you can use whatever you want, and we'll just have a good time with that. Okay, you guys, I am going to put some of this wood you glue down here, and I'm going to do the whole entire bottom. I'm making a mess of that today, I'll tell you what now. That mess I made. Put that up there too. Okay. And we're just going to make sure that we cover the whole entire bottom of this base because these 2 pieces of wood you bend needs to go on here. And I want them to stick really good. I got way too much of this. Of course, don't I always, y'all? I think my name should be using way too much Mod Podge or glue. I always do. Every time. Paint too. Okay. I just feel like it needs more than what it needs. Okay. I'm just going to put a really good helping on there. But I do want it to dry. I don't want it to be so wet that it doesn't dry up. So let me grab it. Baby wipe here. Yes, the NIV is easier. It's in layman's terms. It's not in, there's not a lot of thous and those and all the words that they use in there. It's just layman's terms like we talk. And it does make it a little easier to read. But in all honesty, I'll tell you guys, I used to read that. There are missing verses in the or I don't think there's a whole entire book, but there are missing things in the Bible that is in the NIV. They're missing there, and I can't remember how many they said there was, but there is some of it missing. So that's why I moved over to the King James Version. Plus I prayed about it and I asked the Lord to help me to understand it, and it all worked out. So you guys just do what you feel is comfortable for you. And then if you guys want to move over later on, you can. Randy, we are. Tracy, we are. Randy and I are doing good. Okay, and I probably should have cut this first, but I'm not really too concerned about it because I'm gonna go on the back side. Actually, no, I'm not. Y'all, I may just take all that back right now, lay this down here, flip this over. I'm gonna try to do something here because this is not sticking. We're gonna have to use, I may have to use hot glue on this, y'all, because this is a big, heavy duty. This trim is heavy duty. So let me use my pen here. Now I'm just gonna draw me an area that I need to cut out first before I do anything. Because you know what? What's gonna happen is I'm not gonna be able to get that cut out. That's what's gonna happen. Where's my little cutting board? Grab that up here. I know, Lori, I'm usually not on a Monday. Usually I feel terrible on Mondays, but today I don't feel too bad. So that's why I decided to go ahead and do YouTube today. I probably won't do Facebook today, but I figured I'd go ahead and get some YouTube time in while I had a chance. Thank you, Miss Kay. It's also, you guys, my link tree is in the description of this video. And on my main page. I've got the link tree on there for you guys if you can't find the wood you bend. Okay, I just heated that up so I could cut this real easily. Because we got to be able to put that cross back inside here. Should come out of there. So we've got our groove. We're getting our groove on, girls. We're getting a groove on. It's going to be groovy. Okay. Alrighty. And then see, we've got our little hole where the cross will go in there. Does anyone know how to remove comments? I can't see the project. Susan, I'm sure there's a way. Does anybody know how to remove the comments? Miss Susan's having a hard time seeing the project. So can you guys help us with that? Because I'm really not sure how to. Because I don't do a lot of, I don't watch a lot on YouTube. And that's terrible for me to say that. Here I'm wanting y'all to watch me and I don't watch a lot. Isn't that funny? Shame on me. But I don't have time to sit and watch. I don't even watch on Facebook that often because I just don't have time. I'm too busy trying to do everything. Okay, now we're gonna lay this down on here. And hopefully our cross will fit down in that little groove that we just made, hopefully. And if it doesn't, we can always carve it out if we need to. I'll get on there, sliding around, there we go. Hi, Lisa, how are you? She says, click on the 3 dots on the top. Thank you, Lisa, I appreciate you for that. You guys, I've almost got all of my creators for my new group, my new cooking group. And I'm super excited, you guys. Rolling Pins and Recipes will be open soon. Hi, Cindy Chapman. There's Michael. Hello, Michael. Welcome. You have a beautiful, blessed day, my friend. I hope your day is filled with joy and blessings. Hi, Darlene. I'm just heating this up so it will lay against the surface. Because you want to make sure this is good and on your surface, and you want to heat it up so that if there's a void in your surface, it will press down against that void and it will glue all over because you want it to be attached really good. So I'm just going to leave that lay on here, you guys. We've got it attached, so I'm just going to leave it on there and I'm going to set it to the side, let that do its thing, and we're going to bring our cross back up here. That's right. Kindness is the best gift ever. It sure is. It sure is. Kindness is something that we all can give, and it doesn't cost a thing, just like Miss Sherry used to say. Doesn't cost a thing. Okay, I just wanted to get that warmed up. I'll probably end up having to warm it up some more. We need to get our glue on here first before I do anything else. Grab this brush back out. Get all the fluid out of that brush. Where'd my towel go? There it is. Oh, I've always got a painter's towel here so I can dry this off. I will subscribe. I say if you can not find kindness, you Well, Michael, I could say that if you really want to subscribe. Are you giving me a hard time, or you really want to subscribe? I never know when people are giving me a hard time. I never know when people are giving me a hard time because I don't have a mean bone in my body, Michael. I just don't. Now I can get mean back if people are mean to me, but I don't start mean things. I just don't do it. Oh, you say that on your channel. Okay, I see. Okay, let's see. Michael wants me to say, if you can not find kindness, you be kind. You be kindness. Oh, he says it. I see. Awesome. Yes. Yes. Subscribe away, friend. I'll subscribe back to you as well. I will subscribe back to you as well. Hi, Mary. Those are the things you say. Awesome. Well, you're in the right place because you'll find kindness here. We've got a wonderful crew here. We have a wonderful crew here. A lot of nice people. Very kind people. I was just in an event this weekend that actually the motto was, a friend of ours passed away and we did an event for her to raise money, a benefit. And her motto was, kindness is free, so let's go give some freely. So yeah, it was all about kindness. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, you guys, I'm just cutting that on the end there. I may have to cut a little more here. I didn't get it quite to the end, but you know what we'll do? We'll just sand that. Let me grab my other piece here. Oops. There it is. Dropped in the floor. You love it? Awesome. All right, can you guys see this? This is the Rekindled Blessings trim, you guys, from Would You Bend. You guys know who Rekindled Blessing is. That's me. This is my trim from Would You Bend. It is inspired by Rekindled Blessings. So if y'all are interested in that, you can get that on the Would You Bend link. I love this trim, y'all. This trim is going to be gorgeous. I hope that I have enough to cover the complete cross here. If not, I'll have to get up and get some. I have more, so it's not like we have to do without it. So let me lay this on here. Get this little piece right here. That's right. That is her happy home. And you know what? Heaven is a wonderful place. I've never been there, but you know what? I'm working my way there. That's where I want to be in the end. That's where I want to be in the end. I want to be there with my dad and my family, my best friend. So that's where I want to be. And actually, we are starting a Bible study. Y'all, my Bible study's name is Growing Through Grace. Or maybe Growing with Grace. Growing Through or With. I'm not sure which. I can't remember how I named it. All right. There's that. That laying on there. I want it to be even here, y'all. I have to really watch what I'm doing because I get things crooked so easy. I want it to look like it extend all the way up there. Okay. And then, of course, this piece is going to go right here. If I have enough. Let me check. Aw. Your mom saved you. Well, I'm glad you're here. Not that it wouldn't be a good place for you to be there, but I'm glad your mama saved you. That's what moms are for. Yeah, it's gonna fit good, y'all. It's gonna fit good. Okay, let me grab some more glue up here, and we're gonna lay this right across here. You guys, like I said, this cross was $1.99. We got it at Goodwill. That's where I get a lot of the stuff that I refurb or yard sales. It's always fun to take things that look yucky and make them pretty. So that's what we're doing. I know I am too, Teddy. Me too, I bet. It's there, my brother. Aw. That's right. You have work to be done, Michael. You have work to be done. Growing in grace. Okay, it's growing in grace, y'all. I couldn't remember. Isn't that sad? I couldn't remember if it was in or with. But either way, it doesn't matter as long as we have grace, right? As long as we have that grace. Okay. All right, y'all. See that? How pretty that's going to be? It's going to be gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, let me give this a dry and let's get this pushed down here. It's okay. You can talk all you want, friend. You have a beautiful day as well. Okay. Get it pushed down here. All right, you guys, we got it on there now. That's pretty much all you have to do. I'm going to use this sander. Let me move this out of the way, y'all, so that I don't, I think I got something on that, so that you don't have to listen to that glass because that can be loud. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sand this down and bring it out to the curves of the cross right here on top and on the bottom there. Because we want it to look like it's a piece of the cross. We don't want it to look like it's been added. Okay. And see how that just kind of goes with the flow of the cross? That's what I'm wanting. I've got a little void there. I gotta push this down for a minute and let that grab a hold. We don't want any voids. Okay. Now. That's still not perfect. I want it perfect. Or as close to perfect as we can get. I'll just put it that way. I'm not perfect. Feels good. Still feel like that's crooked. Whoops. Did not have that perfectly straight, and it looked funny to me. I think that's better right there, I'm hoping. Hi, Carol. Nice, that's right, as long as they're nice. We want everybody to come and be nice. There's no reason in this silliness sometimes that these pages hold. I mean, I don't understand why everybody just can't get along. That's what it's all about. It's all about fun and just enjoying one another's company. Because, you know, sometimes there's people at home that can't get out, or there's people that are sad. They just want company and somebody to talk to. You just never know, you guys. There's always reasons that we don't know about why people come and hang out with us. Or they may just enjoy the company. I know I enjoy you guys' company. That. Hi, Sandy. How are you, hon? Hi, Carol Johnson. Did I say hi to you, Carol? I think I did, but I can't remember. I don't want to miss nobody. Or would that be anybody? Yeah, anybody. That's better. Sometimes, y'all. Sometimes. English is hard sometimes. Okay, that feels really good. Oh, y'all, I did not. I almost messed up. We got to leave some of this so that it will fit in the bottom of our... See, this is not going to go in there now. I've got to cut off part of that to make that work. Hey, Monroe, what's up? Okay, so I need... Let me see here. I don't want it to be, we're going to cut a small amount off at the bottom here, and then we will, if we need more, we'll cut more. Okay, let's see if this will go down in there now, because I'm going to have to go higher. Now this is going to have more cut off this as well. I'm going to have to go higher because of this. So let me see here. About right there. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark me a spot here, and we can do more if we need to here in a minute. Okay. Sandy hit the 3 dots at the top. Somebody else was having that issue earlier, and they hit the 3 dots. Hi, Lori. Yeah, just hit those 3 dots, girl, and you'll be good to go. Tracy, are you working with Would You Bend and making a cross? That's pretty awesome, girl. I love that. I like that you craft while I craft. That's kind of fun. I gotta be careful here. I don't want to cut through that. I better get my cutting board back up here. I don't want to cut my thing there. So we'll just cut through that right there like that. And we're gonna come around this corner, cut right up there against that. See if we can get this broke off of here, and then we won't work. I didn't get through that right there. There we go. You're play crafting, Miss K? Yeah, right, Miss K. You never play craft. You guys, I'm going to tell you what, I've got the best moderator in the world. She is amazing, and I really appreciate her. I don't tell her enough how much I appreciate her. I truly appreciate Miss K. She's amazing, y'all. She's a good, good person, and she's good to me. Very good to me. God sent her to me. She's just a little God sent. Okay, now you guys can see what I just did. I took off all those sides. Now I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to cut just a tad more of this off, y'all. We got to get through this here. I got to make sure I've got plenty of room for that cross to go down in there. So I'm just going to kind of pull these sides back just a tad right here. And make sure that I have that opening big enough, because it wouldn't go down in there a minute ago. Let's try this. Oh, you're painting a sign for your nephew? Awesome. All right. Now, we've got it down in there, you guys, and I think it'll glue down in there and be straight right there. But you know what I think I want to do? I think I want to turn this around so that will go right down against that. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, darling. Perfect. No, Miss K, you're amazing. All right, see that, you guys, what it's going to do? Okay, now, first thing I want to do, I got to pull that back out. I'm going to kind of round these edges off with my sander. This stuff is amazing, you guys, because it sands like wood, and you can sand it, you can drill it, you can do all the things to it just like you would wood. And I'm just going to kind of round these edges off. Only because I don't like those sharp edges. I just want something that looks kind of finished. See, I kind of rounded that off. It's not a stark, straight down edge. Y'all, my craft room is always so dusty. Always so dusty. But I clean it and clean it and clean it, and we get it back to where it's supposed to be, so I'm fine with the dust. Okay, now that looks much better. See how it's rounded off and it's not so stark and hard looking? I didn't want that hard surface where it looked like it just dropped straight off. Let me toss this, y'all. Okay. Alrighty, I think we're done sanding now. Okay, what I did, you guys, is I made a color out of one of our favorite colors that we use here, but I used the black carbon from Would You Bend. It's called black carbon. It's the Would You Bend metallic paste. I used some of the 24 karat gold. I dipped it out, and I put it in this container. I mixed in this container. And then I used some copper pigments from Would You Bend. I used the color copper, and it's a pigment from Would You Bend. And I mixed it up in this container, and I came up with this color, you guys. Let me show you. This is the black carbon color right there. But this is the color I came up with. It's like the bronze that we love so much on the page. But I just wanted to show you guys this, that you can use, it doesn't have to be the kind of paint I'm using. It doesn't have to be chalk paint. It can be any kind of paint. It can be acrylics. It can be chalk paint. It can be, what's the other paint, you guys? I can't remember. Milk paint. It can be any of the different types of paints. And you can mix this color as long as you use the colors that I showed you, the copper, the gold, and the black. So that's what we're using. Okay, so I'm just going to start by painting the bottom. We're going to just paint it all one color, and then we will add like a rub and buff or something to it to bring out that beautiful color. But you know what I'm gonna do at first, you guys? This is kind of thick. This is, well, of course, this is a paste. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull some of that paste out and put it on my tray or my little plate here. I'm just gonna pull some of this out of here. Y'all can see it. Look how pretty that is. Okay, I'm just gonna stick that right here. Okay. And this plate has been used prior, but it's all dry except for the glue right there. Okay, and then I'm gonna add, normally I would add water. I don't have any water here, so you know what? I'm gonna use my Posh Pigment Infuser, and we're just gonna mix some infuser in this. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna thin this down, and the infuser is a Would You Bend product as well. We're gonna thin this down and make it kind of into a paint. I may have to add some more, I don't know, but you can thin this down with water, you can thin it down with the Posh Pigment Infuser, and I need it to be even thinner, so let me add some more here. Dust in your craft room is that's right, Vicki, you said it, sister. The more dust, the better, huh? The more dust, the better. No, I clean my cat craft room constantly, you guys, because I cannot stand the mess, and not only that, but I just don't want the dust in my regular house because my kitchen is right off of my craft room. And it could be tracked out of here real easily if I didn't clean it constantly. Miss Kay will tell you, she's been to my house. She knows exactly where my craft room's located. Okay, let's do just a little bit more, y'all, because I really want that to be a little thinner. I want it just to be easier to paint on. And as you can see, it's not super thin, but it is thin enough I can use it for a paint. But you can thin it down even more if you want. That's totally up to you. You decide how you want it. Okay, so I'm gonna just grab some of this up and we're just gonna start putting it on our little block here. It's gonna be gorgeous, you guys. It's gonna be gorgeous. Look at that color, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous. It is beautiful. And the metallic paste, you guys, when you dry it, it smells so delicious. I don't know what they put in it, but it just smells unreal. It is yummy smelling. I think you said my whole house was, okay, I was gonna say, how'd you know? You are so right, girlie. My whole house is built on dust. That's funny. But look how pretty that is now, you guys. See how the base was like this, but look at what that does for that base. Just makes it gorgeous. That looks like a light switch, you guys. Doesn't that look like a light switch? You can do light switches as well. If you want to do it, my light switch in my craft room is done with Would You Bend. I put Would You Bend on my light switch when I redid my craft room. Mr. Randy's at work today, you guys. He's not home. He is working outside the house again this week. Okay, I think we've got our first coat on there. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh yeah, I need to do that, Lisa. I really need to do that. I need to get me an air purifier. That's something that probably would help quite a bit, I would say. Okay. See how pretty that is, you guys? Look at the difference that's going to make. Oh my goodness, it's going to be gorgeous. And I will paint the back of this as well, but it's kind of hard to hold it and paint it. So I'm going to do the front real quick. We'll dry that, and then we'll do the back. Hi, Jerry. How are you? Hi, Luann. But yeah, maybe I do need to talk Randy into getting an air purifier. That probably would help quite a bit. But my house doesn't really get that dusty as long as I bust my hump and get this all cleaned up before it starts getting tracked. Because Randy's really bad, you guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Love my husband dearly, but when he's cutting craft kits and he goes in and out like to the bathroom and stuff like that, he drags all kinds of sawdust in with him. And I have to get on to him to take his shoes off at the door because otherwise my house is going to be covered in sawdust. Love him dearly, but I don't like his sawdust. Look at that. Isn't that pretty, you guys? Hi, Sheila. How are you, hon? It's going to need another coat. But you don't want to put your coats of this on really thick because if you do, it won't dry right and it'll look clumpy. Man glitter. Yes, Betsy, he has a shirt that says sawdust is man glitter. I bought that for him some time back and he wears it. He actually wears it. Don't complain about it. So, but he has lots of man glitter. But you know, I can't complain. I'm just thankful that he's here and that he does what he does. He loves doing the craft kits for you guys and stuff. And he loves cutting all that. So it makes me happy that he enjoys what he does. Oh, that looks so good, you guys. I love this. So pretty. Look at that. Beautiful. She really is. I've been through a nice past 2 years. Oh. What's that? Cindy Chapman, I could do that. I can do that. You know what? That's slipping, y'all. That slipped on me. It's crooked, crooked, crooked. That's all right. We can straighten it out. It's no big deal. Maybe. We'll see. I may not be able to. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And if not, then we're going to have a crooked thing on the cross. Surely we can straighten that out. I hope. It slipped on me. Darn it. Y'all, why didn't you tell me? No, I'm kidding. I know you guys couldn't see it. Let me see what I can find over here that I can work with that. My little thing's gone. Hang on just a second, y'all. There it is. There it is. There it is. I use this little thing, you guys. I used to decorate cakes, and that is my little doodad I used to decorate with. There we go. I got it up off there. That's got to come over here a little bit. That was looking crooked on me. I can't do crooked. Let's see if that'll stay straight on there now. Oh, thank you, Sue. You're a sweetheart. You guys are all such sweet people. You guys are so good to me. I appreciate every one of you. I truly do. You guys are God sent to me too. You all don't know what you do for me. Because when I need prayer and stuff like that, you guys are right there for me. You guys are good friends to me and I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little on this back here. And somebody said something about putting the wood you bend on the back. And I do have more Rekindle Blessings trim and we can do that. So that's not gonna be an issue if we want to. That was just a scrap piece of trim that I had. I may have another scrap piece that'll fit on here. We'll see. Let's get this done first before we add another piece though. All right, look at how pretty that is, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Beth, that piece slipped. No, it didn't slip back. It's fine, baby. It's fine. It's on there now. Are you telling me now? You're funny, Lisa. Girl, you are funny. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh, that looks great. Great, 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 great. Much better. Okay, let me go grab another piece, y'all. Hang on just a minute. I usually don't like to leave, but I know where it's at, so it won't take me just 1 second if this is enough. I don't know if this will be enough. I have that piece right there and this piece right here. I have a lot of leftover Rekindle Blessings trim. Of course, I've used it a lot. So, okay, let me dry this real quick and we'll flip it over. Too much stuff. Yeah, you're right. You don't want to get too much because it'll weigh it down, but I think it'll be all right with these two. But the only thing is it will look different on the back because the back is shaped different because this long part is in the back, but that's the only thing that'll be different about it. So I think it'll be all right. Okay, we're gonna give it a flip. Here for a second. Let's get this heated up. Oh, it'll fit in the base. I already checked it. Already checked it, Miss K. It will. I'll just have to cut this one off the same length to make sure. Yeah, see, I'll show you. It'll fit in the base. I'll turn it around here this way. And it'll fit right down in there. It's tight, but I want it to be tight. See, it fits. I want it to be tight where it doesn't slip out. And I'm gonna glue it too once I get it all together. But yep, it's gonna fit, sister. It's gonna fit. Okay, where's my glue? Oh wait, I need a brush. That's what I need. I don't need glue. Grab this here. Grab my towel here. My towel always slips off my knee. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this on here. All the way down with it. So there's plenty of glue on there. We can always wipe off the excess. Lay that right down on there. And then I will cut it to length once I get it on here. Okay. See, it'll be like that on the back, and it's different on the front. It'll be a little different, but not much. Not enough to where you'll even pay much attention to it. But it's gonna look really pretty. Okay. Now, I'm gonna heat this up. Well, no, I'm gonna wipe it down first. You wanna wipe your excess glue on the sides first so that it doesn't make that glue dry on there. And then you wanna heat it up once you wipe that down. And then you want to make sure that it's center, like I didn't do earlier. And you want to push it down really, really good to make sure there's no voids. And if you have any excess glue, just wipe it up. Okay, just like that. All right, now we've got these two small pieces here. I've got to heat these up. Them on each side here. So I got a flat side here I can push up against. Yeah, that'll work. Go ahead and put some glue on here. Lay that right against that. Right there. And then this one here, we'll bring over here. Do need to straighten this out a little bit. Push that right up against that. Okay. And then we'll just cut the ends off and we'll have our sweet little cross. You know, you guys, I was going to do a cross for Sherry's event, but I figured there would be a lot of people doing crosses, and I was wrong. There wasn't, I mean, was there any? Yeah, there was one cross that I seen. Did you guys see any more than just one? I seen one, and it was by the Wild Child Mercantile is who I seen do a cross. I didn't really pay real close attention because I did miss a few of the lives, and I need to go back and finish watching. But I didn't see a lot of people do lives. See that, y'all? It's going to be really pretty. Pull this back up here, and we're going to, I don't know why I pulled that up here because it doesn't really matter, because when I go to cut this, it's not going to hit that cutting board anyway. So, there we go. There's that one. And that one. And that one. I'm trying to cut this one at a little more of an angle so that it runs with the cross, so I don't have to sand it so much. There we go. And then, let me heat this a little bit, y'all, while I'm cutting it. It makes it hard to, when it gets hard, it makes it hard to cut. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut that lower. I forgot about that. About right there, y'all. We're gonna cut that up higher so that it fits down inside the base. It's about the right size. Okay. Alrighty, let's sand this now, and then we'll paint it. And see, I'm sanding at an angle because the cross is angled. Let me show y'all. See how the cross is angled and it lays right with that angle? That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm trying to make it angle along with the cross. Go back this way so I can get a hold of it here. Same on these sides. Thank you guys for those hearts. I appreciate you guys for that. When you guys do that, it helps me so very much. Oh, and for those that are wondering why I'm not in the long mode, is because YouTube is giving, each time you guys give me, I don't think it's called starts, gifts, whatever it is. Each time you guys give me that, Facebook is giving so much back as well if I'm in the vertical mode. And that's the reason I'm not doing the long mode, because they're trying to get people to like the vertical mode, which it doesn't bother me because that's the way I do it on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for the hearts. You guys are amazing. I appreciate each one of you. Okay, that looks pretty good, y'all. That looks pretty good. See how we've got it all angled back on each side? Okay, we're good to go. Let me drop this off in the can. Okay. Right down there where it goes. And let's paint this. Hi, Josette. How are you? All right, let's grab up some more of this paint here. I might have to add a little bit of water. I'm gonna dip my brush in the water. It won't hurt it to go in the water. And then we're just gonna grab some of this up here so we can finish painting our cross. Oops, got something on there right there. It looks like glue. My hands get so dirty doing this, but they clean. I don't worry too much about it, y'all. They clean up pretty easily. Hi, Luann. Oh, Luann, thank you so much. You are such a blessing to me. Thank you so very much. You are a blessing, my friend. Watching and relaxing. Well, good. I'm glad you are, friend. Relaxing's good for you. Relaxing's good for you. It'll give you the strength to do other things later on. I think once I'm done here, I'm gonna finish cleaning up my craft room, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go relax a little bit. Y'all, I don't do that very often. So when I can, Randy's not here right now, so I can, and I'm going to. And the good thing about this, you guys, is there's a built-in sealer with this. It's a metallic. So if there's a built-in sealer, once you put the, if you use Posh Pigment Infuser in this, it automatically seals it, because I can seal with the Posh Pigment Infuser. This isn't all the way dry, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it down in here. And I'm going to, y'all, I think I'm gonna use wood glue to glue this, because this is all wood. So I think that's what we're gonna use. And this is called Would You Glue. This is from Would You Bend as well. And the Would You Glue, you guys, is a really good glue to use on anything, whether you're using it on Would You Bend or other craft products craft jobs that you're doing. I promise you, this is a very good glue, and it will hold very, very good. So if you're interested, you can get this off the Would You Bend site if they have it back in stock. I know it was out of stock there for a while. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna push this right down. No, I want, yeah, this side in the front here. We'll just push that right down in there. Give it a good shove. And we are into our base there, you guys. We're into our base. Let me use this to wipe the excess wood glue up. I have to get a brush. I'm happy to see you on a Monday. I look forward to anytime you're alive. Oh, thank you. I love you too, Deborah. Thank you so much, sister. You guys are a big blessing today. I needed this. I needed to be around you guys today. Usually today I don't feel real well today, you guys, but I'm doing all right today. I feel pretty good today compared to my normal. Okay. Look at that with that base, you guys. Does that look like the same cross at all? It does not. And now since I've got it in my base, is it straight, you guys? No, there we go. That's better. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just I'm going to get a different brush. I'm just going to get a nice little brush that I can put another little layer of this on there with. And I'm just going to grab it up on my brush. I'm not going to get a bunch on there, just enough to swipe across it and just kind of give it that last coat that it needs. Right on top. Now it is going to move back and forth. It's going to shift back and forth if I'm not careful. Oh, y'all, this is so pretty. This really is pretty. Yes, they finally came up with their own glue. We were using Type Bond Quick and Thick, but this glue is a nice thin glue that goes on thin, and you guys, it is amazing. This glue is so good. They can't keep it in stock. It's so good. And you can use it on all craft projects. It doesn't have to just be wood. You can put it on anything and it works really well. I really like it. It's a good glue. I've used it on a lot. Well, matter of the fact, the last time that it was in stock, I bought 4 bottles of it because I use it on different things and it works real good for me. I really like it. Oh, look how pretty that little cross is. That looks nothing like that Goodwill cross that we had. That is so pretty. All right, I'm gonna give it a good dry here and we're gonna see what happens. Let me put this in here and I'm gonna wash my hands off. My hands are horrible, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna dry and just kind of clean my hands as I go here. See a void right there. So what I need to do is I need to heat that up and just kind of push it down. And once you push it, it should go right back to the cross and it should glue okay. I see a couple spots that need to be covered in paint. You too, Luann. All right, my hands are still dirty, y'all. I'm trying to get most of that off there. I get covered in this stuff. I get busy working and I don't pay attention, then I'm getting it all over me, and the next thing you know, I'm covered and I look like some kind of speckled trout, as Randy would say. Look at that, I'm speckled. Okay, let me grab another brush because I didn't stick my brush in the water. This here, this is glue. We better put that in that water. Okay, where did I see a spot? I know I seen a spot here somewhere, y'all. It was there, right there. I found it. I found it. I found it. I always look over it really, really good because there's nothing worse than thinking you're done with a project and then finding a raw spot that needs to be fixed. Okay, that looks pretty good, y'all. That looks really good. All right, we're gonna use some of our pretty, look at that here. Some of our, what's that stuff called? Rub and Buff. I couldn't think of the name of it, y'all. Couldn't think of the name of the Rub and Buff. But the Rub and Buff is gonna really bring out the detail in this and finish this project. I want to make sure I got this good and dry, and then I just see another spot real quick. So let me grab some more of this up. See what I mean, y'all? You always find spots. Once you dry, those spots just pop up and look at you. It says, I'm here, I'm here. Okay, that looks pretty good now. All right, here we go, y'all. You ready for this? Watch how this detail works its way out of this. It's just amazing how this works. I love this stuff so much. I don't know how I ever done it without Ribbon Buff, to be honest, because it just works so lovely and it makes everything look so pretty, and it just pops all that detail right on out there at you. Ooh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm gonna get underneath here. I'm gonna do the same here. I wanna get it all over this Rekindle Blessings trim, just so that it looks really pretty. Lay this back here. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so pretty. Holy moly, that's gorgeous. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do the bottom. Y'all be seeing the bottom. Look at that. It brings that detail out and makes it gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Now this bronze is a bit different than the bronze that I make normally, but you know what? It's pretty, y'all. It's a very pretty color. So, for those of you that don't have regular paint like I do, just use what you have. It'll work, you guys. It will work. I promise. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate that so much too. Y'all are way too good to me. Okay, I am going to do just a little bit around these edges here because I want to bring it on over this edge and just do a little bit. It doesn't need to be a lot, but I want it to kind of fall off that edge. Hi, Christine. How are you? Speckled trout. Yeah. I'm a speckled trout. That's what Randy would call me. He's all about fishing. So, yeah, I'd be a speckled trout. All right, y'all, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Doesn't that look awesome, you guys? Now, tell me that just went from being a plain Jane cross to a beautiful shelf sitter. I love the way that looks. Okay, Rub and Buff lid. Okay, and I do have a crown out here. What do you guys think about this crown? Do you think we should put a crown or no? Let me open it up and I'll show you what it's gonna look like. It's just a small one. But you know, Jesus is our king, so I thought that would be good. Thank you, Josette. Oh, my penny bracelet's turned around. Y'all see my penny bracelet? My grandmother gave that to me. My grandma has been gone for 34 years. And my grandma gave that to me when I was a little girl. It's a penny bracelet. Did y'all see that? Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? But anyway, here's the crown, y'all. What do you think about the crown? Should we put the crown on there or no? You guys tell me. Because Jesus is our king. And I'm sure I have another one that I could put on the other side as well so that it matches. But there's that there. You guys tell me. And if you guys say yes, you want me to, then I'll grab another one to put on the other side as well. But y'all tell me in the comments. Yes, Sheila says. No, Lori says. Josette said yes. Okay, I'm waiting, y'all. I'm waiting. No, Miss K says. Yes, definitely, Deborah says. Okay, so I've got 1, 2 no's and 3 yeses. Is everybody done voting? Yes. No. You guys. Okay. Okay, right now the yeses are winning. We're 1 ahead of the no's. So, let me see if let me make sure I have another one. Let me double check here, y'all. I've got my little crowns right here. Let me see if I have one that will match. You want a matching one for sure. Let me double check. Is this the same one? No, that one's different. Oh, that is a You guys, if you do not use Totally Dazzled, that's what these are. They're Totally Dazzled, and I love the Totally Dazzled crowns. I think they're very pretty. Now, we'll show you guys this one. This looks more like a guy's crown right here. See if I can find another one like this one here. Actually, we could do that. Hang on a minute, y'all. I have a set of praying hands that we could stick on there, maybe. I have a set of praying hands. But they're silver. I wish I had the bronze. I bet you I do somewhere. bet you I do somewhere. Let me look here. Let me see here. I don't like getting up from my seat, y'all, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, I don't see any more like that, but anyway, I have this crown. It looks more like a man's crown, but see, silver doesn't go with that, y'all, so we're going to have to go with this one. Okay, crown goes on. Jesus not on the cross. That makes sense, Miss Kay. I agree with you on that. Full circle. It'll look amazing on top. Yes, I do, Deborah. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Let me look. Hang on. Let me see. I got them right here. I don't have to go anywhere, y'all. I'm just right here. I have to get at them. Give me a second. Let's see what happens here. I got everything stacked in this little cabinet, you guys, and it's hard to get to things sometimes, but, you know, that's what I have to do in order to have all my crafting items in this room, because I have to make sure everything's organized. So let me put these, I'll set these behind me here. We'll put those back up when we're finished. Okay, let me see what we got here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send the crown. I'm not going to glue the crown, you guys. I will send it with the, whoever purchases this. And they can put it on if they want to. If they don't want to, they don't have to. What do you guys think about that idea? I think that's a better idea. Because you could put a crown like that. That's actually too big. Or too little, I mean. But that would fit a head. That would fit Jesus' head. Or here's a little tiny one that you could put on top of there. I don't know. Here's this type. This has got the, like that. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I will send a couple of crowns with this cross, and whoever gets it, they can decide whether it goes on or not. That way I don't have to worry about it. To me, that sounds like that's a better idea, or there's something like that. Maybe we'll send that one and this one here. We'll send those two there. To whoever purchases this, I will make sure these go with the cross, or you could honestly set your crown right there at the bottom if you wanted to. At the bottom of the cross, the foot of the cross. You could do that. So that's what we'll do. We'll just send those with this cross, and whoever wants it, they can do what they want with it. That way I don't have to have nobody getting it and have to pick off the glue if they don't want it on there. So to me, that would be a better idea. But anyway, you guys, that's what I have for you today. Thank you for joining Rekindle Blessings. You all have a blessed day, and I will see you guys on Tuesday on FB. I'll talk to you later, y'all. Have a blessed night. Love y'all. Talk to you soon. Hey, y'all be careful and have a blessed day and try to stay cool. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.